Scrum diddly yum yum. Insecurity is a facade. Stop looking for other people to celebrate you and just celebrate yourself. Social media is not real. Life is not about a nigga. I think I just cut myself. To truly find peace, you have to find God. Open your heart and find him. He's already in there. Is it on? You got potential. You niggas find out for me. Okay. Hey friends. Hey. Is the glasses doing too much? Let me know. I just feel like it was something cutesy and different. And I just took my lashes off and I think my eyes are kind of irritated, which y'all probably can't tell. Let me just take the glasses off. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. Yes. If you can't tell by the title, today we are cooking. We're in Maya's kitchen. Say hello. And today we are making a big bag meal, but it's gonna be fun. I don't know, it's something I've been craving. So I'm a person, I like to go out to eat and get like drinks and stuff, like for the vibe of going out to eat. But honestly, some certain foods I feel like taste better when I cook them. Restaurants be good and all, but ain't nothing like home cooked meal. I am starving, so let's get to cooking. Honestly, I didn't want to just come on here and cook. Like, I kind of wanted to cook and talk, and I had another idea for a video of just kind of talking about some things and like how to protect your peace, how to find joy in your own company, you know, just loving your solitude, because that's really the state of life that I'm in right now. I love my solitude. I'll do everything by myself. Like if somebody comes to me, that's a plus, but I really do not care to do stuff by myself, and I love that for me, because some people literally don't know how to be alone, and that's actually pretty frightening. So I just got a couple like key points that I was writing down when I was at work. I was like, let's just combine the two videos. I was just trying to make sure I had content to fill the weeks, because I'm kind of tired of doing weeks in my life. It'll be more interesting if I talk and cook, and I'm doing a lot of talking right now. So we're just gonna do our tips for protecting your peace and enjoy your own company. Have a little for the girls talk while I cook. And if you can't tell by the title, let me flip the camera so y'all can see what I was cooking. So I already took everything out. Y'all know when I used to cook, I be having to go in the refrigerator and nope, everything's out. All my seasonings I think about using. My steak, it's just one singular New York steak, but I'm only probably gonna eat this one time. We got some garlic and herb butter spreads. We got some regular butter, whipped cream, cheese, shrimp, broccoli, honey. Let's go ahead and get started. So first we're gonna start off, I'm going to go ahead and wash my steak off and just kind of let it sit and soak while I prepare my mashed potato stuff. I'm gonna just put it in some vinegar and some water. So let's get started on that. Like I was saying earlier, some things just taste better in your own kitchen. Pasta, steak, salmon are always gonna be some of those for me. Steak definitely hits better when I make it. I don't know. No, call me Gordon Ramsay or whatever. But anyways, while we're starting to prep our mashed potatoes, I'm gonna go ahead and wash the potatoes, and then we're gonna get started on our first tip. I'm doing a lot at once, guys, but I promise you, I'm gonna make it make sense. I just use russet potatoes, but honestly, any kind of potatoes work. Golden potatoes, I love golden potatoes. I love red potatoes too. But I'm gonna just probably use, because only one steak. I always over make food, like when I'm just cooking for one person. I don't know, I'm gonna use these two. Okay, so if y'all can't tell by this channel, I do a lot of stuff on my own. I spend like, even though I live with my sister, like we're roommates, we're not always up each other's asses, but I get a lot of times compliments on like my peace, my demeanor, how I carry myself. People tell me they love my life. Like I love getting those kind of compliments, because it was not easy getting to this point. When you get tired of feeling like this, everything about you will change. You'll want better, you'll accept less, you'll move different. It's a choice. Happiness, to wake up every day to be happy, to be at peace, to be at rest, is literally a choice. And it was a choice that was very much tested in 2023. 2023 was one of the worst years I've had in a minute. 2022 was great. 2021 was okay, because it was like, it was my breakthrough year. Not 2023, 2024. 2023 was a good year. 2024, I don't even know what year it is. It's 2025, right? Yeah, last year. 2024 was one of the worst years I've had in a minute. But it was also one of the most, I accomplished so much stuff. I started to carry myself like just, I want people to look at me and say, that's a woman. And so I'm really growing into what it's gonna take to be that lady. I'm learning, I'm evolving, and I really love it here. But it took a lot of getting okay with myself. And by okay with myself, I mean my solitude, okay with who I am as a person, not comparing, nothing, just literally, I'm in love with MyLanae. I really am. And so some things to think of, like when you're on that journey to self-love and self-care, first of all, the first most important thing is God. You're gonna need to develop a relationship with God. And I know my relationship with God probably doesn't look like the typical relationship with God, but my relationship with God means more to me than anything in this world. My relationship with God means more to me than any person in this world. God saved my life. So somebody might look at my walk with God and be like, whoa. But honestly, I know God so well, and I'm so close to God. I'm probably one of the most godliest people you're ever gonna meet, even though I'm not the stereotypical Christian girl. To truly find peace, you have to find God. And you don't have to go to the church to find him. You don't have to change how you look to find him. You don't have to, just open your heart and find him. He's already in there. You just gotta accept him. The thing is, you need to learn the value of being alone. Yeah, it's cool to have your friends. It's cool to go through things. It's cool to have somebody to lean on. It's cool to call people and hang out and kick it. It's cool to have people to vent to. But at the end of the day, there is a value in being alone. And it's something that's never going to compare to any other human interaction. If you can't ever be alone, it's not going to be valuable to you in the end. Having a long time for me is like being able to recharge my batteries. It's rejuvenating my life. It's giving me the ability to keep pushing forward and because I'm the person, I don't like to interact, honestly. So my alone time recharges me, so when I do have to interact, I can be more pleasant, I can be more positive, I can have different outlooks, because I'm not, like, the world and people around us, even if they're not trying to, will overstimulate the out of you. You need that alone time just as much as you need that human interaction. And once we understand the importance of alone time and how it helps cultivate us to grow, you cannot understand who you are. I can't understand who Tamaya is as a person, what Tamaya likes, what Tamaya wants, what Tamaya fears, if I'm always surrounded by a bunch of other people. What do you like outside of those people? Another tip is, you're gonna have to set boundaries. This is something that I'm really enforcing in this stage of my life right now, like after 2024. Boundaries are gonna be your best friend. You're gonna have to learn how to say no. To protect your peace, sometimes other people gotta feel a type of way. Honestly, I'm such a people pleaser. I've been a people pleaser all my life. People pleasing does nothing but please other people. And I know y'all probably like, duh, that's what it's, but literally, it does nothing for you. It does not make you feel better. It does not heal your soul. It does not, like, it literally only helps other people. And at this point in my life, I could give a damn about other people, honestly. To say that so respectfully, I'm not going to say I don't care about other people, but I'm never caring about other people more than I care about me anymore. People will only do what you allow. Invaluable interactions, if you allow a bunch of disrespect, if you allow a bunch of, you know, just things that are not good for you, just because you want to please other people, you are literally just harming yourself. So I'm not going for nothing. I'm not going for nothing anymore, because I love myself more than anything in this world except for God, and I'm not letting nobody take me down a path that's going to be detrimental to myself. Another one that I have, especially recently, now that I'm getting into my big girl money, when you look good, you feel good. So yeah, spend that money, go get your nails done. Spend that money, go get your hair done. Spend that money and buy that makeup product. Spend that money and go get some clothes. I mean, be responsible with your spending, and that's something that I'll have to do a whole nother video on, because how I'm able to kick it and make sure I still got money to handle my business is I budget. I'm a supreme budgeter. Put that maintenance in that budget, because there's sometimes where I'll be like sad. I'll be like, oh, what's going on? And I get my hair done, or I buy a new outfit, and I'm like, oh, never mind. That's what it was. But don't be irresponsible with it. It's a thin line between self-care and overspending. Keep that maintenance up. Invest in yourself. Do things that you like. Do things that make you feel good. Do things that make you look good. Another very important one is to love on yourself out loud. No man can ever have stuff with me because of how I treat myself. I take myself out on very nice dates. I buy myself flowers. I make sure I write myself very nice notes. Like, I would literally, like, for my birthday, y'all seen I bought myself a whole card and wrote myself a whole paragraph. Like, I will literally, if I'm not having a good day, I will pull out, I keep my journal with me at work. I'll pull out my journal and literally write a note to myself. You're beautiful, you're strong, you're, like, do just little stuff like that. I treat myself so well. If I was a man, my bitch would have it all. So nobody can have stuff with me because I love myself out loud. And I feel like you have to love yourself out loud and be unapologetic about it. And then, again, set boundaries and know, this is how I treat myself. Why would I let you treat me any less? Spend quality time with yourself. And then anything that comes from anybody else, a significant other, your friends, your family, anything else should be a plus. You should not look to other outlets so you can feel love. That literally should come from inside. But it's also, how do you expect someone to treat yourself good if you don't treat yourself good? Potatoes cut up. Now we're going to put some water on them. We're gonna throw some butter in there, a little salt, and a little pepper. Okay, let's talk about what we need to make first. The potatoes are gonna boil. We need to make broccoli. We need to make cheese sauce. We need to make steak and shrimp. And we need to, that's it. Garlic butter sauce. Steak seasoning from Fiesta brand. Bourbon, brown sugar, just to give it like that sweet glaze to it. A little bit of onion, a little bit of garlic. I put onion and garlic on everything. People be saying onion, garlic don't go on everything. Yes, it does. Seasoning salt, a little bit of chili powder, just a little bit. Parsley, and then pepper.
Leaving me, dipping out on me already. Got what you needed, I guess.
Y'all hear the mashed potato or the potatoes back there boiling? Good. Okay, so now, next tip. Honestly, I love to go out by myself. I love to go out to eat by myself. I love to go out to shop by myself. I love to go to the movies by myself. I actually want to go on a trip by myself here soon, but I need to figure out where I want to go. I think the place that I want to go, it would be better if I go when it's not summertime, so I think I'm going to wait. But I'm not going to tell y'all what it is because it's something I've been wanting to do for so long. So, yeah. Anyways, so one thing I had to realize about doing things by yourself, and this is really something that I'm learning too with like this vlogging stuff. Get out of your head. Stop overthinking when it comes to doing things solo. People do not care. They don't care that you're sitting at that restaurant by yourself. They don't care that you're shopping by yourself. They don't care that you bought one ticket to the movie. They don't care that you're by yourself. A lot of things we're like, oh, well this, oh, well that, oh, well I'm scared to do this. 9 times out of 10, it's just in our heads. The public does not care. You want to go to that concert? You don't want to be by yourself? You don't want to look crazy? Go to the concert by yourself. Can we talk about that real quick? Chris Brown dropped his tickets, y'all. The 20th anniversary tour. Y'all know I'm in there. Y'all know I'm in there. I really want to do meet and greet, but I don't know if that's responsible. I'm just saying, that's a couple card notes. I got a card note now. But anyways, Chris Brown dropped his tickets and I'm definitely going. Y'all know I was just telling y'all I wanted to go to Miami. That's perfect. That is the perfect time to go to Miami because he has a Miami show, but it's during the week. And I get Fridays off. So I'm trying to figure out like what is he one that he has on a weekend that I can take the weekend off. Right now I'm leaning towards Atlanta. I don't know, I gotta see. If I do Miami, that's the beach. That's Chris Brown mixed in one. That's the perfect trip, but it's on a Wednesday. I don't know. I might just go to Miami. I don't know. Anyway, nobody cares that you're by yourself. You do. And as soon as we stop thinking that we have to have people to have fun, we will unlock a whole nother portal of our life. I have fun with my friends, don't get me wrong, but I have some of the most fun by myself. I have some of the most fun sitting on my couch right there by myself. Like, you don't have to be with a group of people all the time to enjoy life. And I wish we would stop thinking that. Oh, I couldn't go here because I didn't have nobody to go with me. Go by yourself. Oh, I didn't do this because nobody else wanted to do it. Do it by yourself. Oh, I didn't do this because I didn't know anybody that was going. Go and see if you'll meet people there. You never know. This is the most important thing that I can tell you. Decenter men. Life is not about a nigga. Life is not about a nigga. I promise you there is so much more to life than a nigga. Who the cares? Decenter these men. They're like, I'm not gonna say it's not important to, you know, find your person, because everybody wants to find their person, and one day I'm gonna find my person, but that is not my top priority. I'm a boss woman. I'm working to make all my dreams come true. I'm working to climb that career ladder. I already got another career venture in my head right now that I need to get on and get certified so that I can make even more money. I'm trying to figure out how to turn $1 into 15 cents. I mean, how to make it. I'm trying to figure out how to make $1 out of 15 cents. You know what I'm saying? The last thing that I'm worried about right now is a man, a marriage, a baby. Like, if you have a man, a marriage, or a baby right now at a young age, that's completely fine. You might have found your happy ever after. But I'm not going out of my way seeking it. It's so much I need to learn about myself. I'm not trying to learn about these men. If he comes and God will let me know when it's mine and it's time for me to move, God's going to let me know when I find my husband. Or when I find the person that he wants me to experience my next stage of life with. Because that's another thing. Everybody that we find that we might be romantically tied to, that might be very good to us, that might, you know, be what we need in that moment, might not be what we need in the end. Date to marry is kind of iffy to me, because it's like, I'm dating to grow. I'm dating to learn. I'm dating to understand love and understand life, understand myself a little more, and understand how to love and like and cater other people. Sometimes you have to learn how to love through other people. So yeah, you're dating, but you might not marry who you're dating, and that doesn't make them a bad person, or it doesn't make them a bad partner. It just means they were meant for that stage of your life, and then when that stage is over, let them go. Also, stop idolizing relationships, and that's not just romantic, that's platonic as well. So this shrimp is actually some shrimp that I've had in my refrigerator since we did that taco night. I don't buy cooked shrimp. Bento put this in the basket. Clean as we go, so we have less of a mess to clean when we're done. Y'all can't see, but I'm about to drain the rest of the water because they sauce off, and we about to mash them. Another thing that I see is like a big issue with people being at peace, and this really has like ties to not being at peace, to the comparisons, to the idolization of relationships. Social media is not real. We all, like, I ain't gonna say we all, because I really didn't give a damn after a while. But De'Aaron and Ken, for example, to say that we idolize them as a society, as a generation, we idolize them. But just like from the outside looking in, they were the perfect couple. They were supposed to make it. They were supposed to be married right now. And now look at them. They're both in different relationships. They don't have ties to each other anymore. They don't make content with each other anymore. They're both thriving in different ways separately. But we didn't know when we were watching those videos from the outside looking in what kind of problems they were having on the inside. Like, social media is not real. So that's another thing. I feel like comparison is the thief of joy. Is that how it go? I think that's how it go. Like, and social media makes it so easy to compare. You see somebody's lifestyle. Like, I even find myself doing it sometimes. Like, I love watching vlogs. I watch other girls' vlogs. I'm like, oh, her life is so aesthetically pleasing. Like, but I don't know what all she really had to go through to make that vlog look like that. That might not be her reality. And if it is her reality, I don't know what she went through to get to that point. Like, I just have to live in my truth and what I am in the state of my life, and appreciate the state of my life for what it is. I'm going to live in that aesthetically pleasing life eventually. But right now, I live in a regular ass apartment, and I love that. I drive a regular ass car. It's a nice car, but it's a regular car. I literally go to work. I work a 9 to 5. I don't, you know, and I would love to make money from this, but I don't. Like, I just do this because I literally have a passion for it. It's fun to me. It's healing to me. And what I have to realize is comparing yourself to people on social media is always going to put you at, what am I trying to say, unrealistic standards, because social media is not real. And as soon as we realize that social media is not real, the better off we will be as a society. But we're never going to realize that. And that's what I feel like, if you really want to find peace, you need to learn how to separate social media for what it is. Entertainment. I'm just adding sour cream to mashed potatoes. And I like mine really creamy, so I'm gonna put a lot in there. Probably like half this thing. And I'm not saying that if you're overly on social media, that's a bad thing. But I just hope that you are able to separate social media from real life. I think that's something that causes people to, especially my generation, because we kind of grew up where when I was in I wasn't allowed to, which I really appreciate my mom for that. But when I was in elementary school, people had Facebooks. Kids my age had Facebooks. I wasn't allowed to get Facebook or Instagram or Snapchat till I was 13. I'm just putting this garlic curry butter in there just a little bit so it can be a little garlicky. Because like I said, too much garlic will ruin the meal for me. I added pepper, I'm adding salt. Let's go ahead and cook this steak. So we're just gonna cut these up real quick.
Quickly, learned yourself through me. Already gave you what you needed, I guess. Yeah. That's why I'm not with nobody, cause I don't wanna hurt nobody. Did it over text, didn't call me. Still got love for your mommy. I know you wanna be somebody, even if you gotta leave somebody. Yeah. Yes, I'm hurting, yes, I'm jaded. Most of these things I don't wanna say. I wanna be around while you're chasing. You wanna hit me up when you make it.
Another key thing to prioritizing your own peace and, you know, just making sure that you are putting yourself first is to make goals for yourself. When you make goals for yourself, even if they're small goals, when you have something to look forward to accomplishing and something to celebrate, it always makes life a little bit more spicier. Not spicier. Yeah, spicier. I don't know, for lack of better terms, because it's just like, oh, I accomplished that. Oh, I accomplished that. Oh, I accomplished that. It makes living regular life more interesting when you have goals and you're reaching them, even if it's something small. Actually bring y'all over here so I can take it off the heat so it's not cooking while I'm flipping, because it's a lot of pieces. So I'm just flipping them all over. That's another thing that I was going with the goals. Celebrate your wins, because nobody knows what it takes to be you. Something that might be so small to you, somebody else might be something so big to you. So celebrate everything. Okay. And then we'll cook that side for like 3-ish minutes because it's basically almost done. But yeah, celebrate those wins. Clap for the heavyweight champ, me, but I couldn't do it all alone. This night just remind me of everything they deprived me of. Put your drinks up. It's a celebration every time we link up. Stop looking for other people to celebrate you and just celebrate yourself. Some of them, I'm not gonna lie, are more charred than I want, but they still look good. But for plating purposes, we gonna pick the light skin ones. Let me just taste one. I'm gonna get a small one. Maya, you done did it again, girl. Shrimp. Alright, we're gonna make a quick little cheese sauce with the broccoli and then we should be done. Everything done. Perfection is not real. That's another thing that I think kind of ties to social media. We feel like, oh, this person has this perfect life. This person has this lavish life. Oh, everything looks good because they're posting the good. Everybody's not posting the bad. There's no such thing as perfection. It is not real. And if you're searching for perfection, you're searching for turmoil. It's never gonna exist. Just go with the flow. Just vibe, twin. Just vibe. I think I kind of grasped the concept of this pretty early college years. Earlier than some girls my age. Insecurity is a facade. I'm not insecure. I said I wasn't gonna cuss. I'm not insecure about a fuck thing. From here to here, I'm created in God's image. Everything about me was exactly what God wanted me to be, but I love the out of me. Insecurity does not exist. You cannot pay me to say I'm insecure about anything. I know my flaws, quote unquote. I know my flaws, but they don't determine who I am. I'm a good person on the inside and I'm beautiful on the outside. And so I feel like a lot of times social media, like I said, comparison. We see these people, oh, they got their teeth done, oh, they got their body done, oh, they paid for liposuction, oh, they can put on these nice clothes so they look more kept up, or they can afford to buy expensive makeup products so they look prettier in the face and more vibrant. Like, perfection is not real. These people are paying for that shit. The sooner that you realize as a young lady that perfection does not exist and to love what God gave you. I mean, if you want to get work done, I'm not shading people that get work done. Cause I love a good little BBL body when it's right. Don't feel like you have to do it because the girls on social media are doing it, or don't feel like you have to look a certain way because that's how the girls on social media look, because that doesn't exist. It's not real. You're gonna search for perfection when really the only thing that makes you perfect is how you treat people. It's how you love on people. It's how you have God exudes himself from you. Like, that's what is perfection in my eyes. When we stop chasing perfection, we realize that we're already perfect. Another thing that I had to learn, forgiveness is not for them, it's for you. I used to be I'm gonna get that get back even if I get life, trust me type of, but I'm starting to realize that getting that get back, even if it get life, is only gonna damage me in the end. I forgive because it makes me feel better to let it go. not because you didn't play in my face, because I definitely know you played in my face. Something that I've really found to be so helpful in maintaining my peace, finding my peace, but also maintaining my peace, is to find things to be grateful for. There's so much around you to be grateful for. When you look outside, those trees are something to be grateful for. That bed you sleep in is something to be grateful for. The sun shining is something to be grateful for. The flowers is something to be grateful for. The car is something to be grateful for. The people around you are something to be grateful for. The job is something to be grateful for. The food that you ate is something to be grateful for. When you're always finding something to be grateful for, you always are finding something to live for, something to be appreciative of. And once you show God you're grateful of the regular things, he'll start to give you more. God's not gonna give you nothing if you can't be grateful for what you already got. You waking up every morning and you're like, why is life like this? But then you want God to help it excel. You aren't even grateful that you have the life. Somebody didn't wake up yesterday, you did. Don't live to work. Joy is free. Seek it. Yes, I have career paths in my mind. I have places I want to be. I have things I want to do. But I also know that if I burn myself out trying to reach the heights of my career and I don't stop and smell the roses along the way, I'll be miserable for the rest of my life. That's why when I have those Fridays off, I try to find something to go do. I could stay in the house and do nothing, or I could go and experience life because I'm not at work right now. Or I could, find something that I can do that makes me feel good, like buying myself some flowers or watching my favorite movies. Like, find the little joys in your life, because yeah, you're going to be able to do stuff like go out on a trip, but it's going to be times where you can't afford to go on a trip. And sometimes you're going to have to take a trip to that living room. You're going to have to find a way to make life worth living right in the circumstances that you are. And then also stop focusing on your insecurities or your weaknesses and focus on your strengths. Focus on those and then turn them into money. So yeah, those are my tips that I'm not gonna say things that I would give tips necessarily, but just things that I'm learning along my journey of just finding out who I am and loving who I am. Lonely does not mean alone. So once y'all understand that the most powerful person in your life is you, and the most powerful bond in your life is the bond between yourself, then you'll be able to find peace in the midst of chaos. Okay, y'all, but we're coming to the end. I have my broccoli with cheese. I'm just about to get a little bit of everything on one because I'm hungry as hell. They stay good, real good. Fine, but let's taste the broccoli. It's good. I just cooked it too long. Which, that's my first time ever cooking broccoli. So I didn't know how long to cook it. It's mushy, but I kind of like it. This next time I won't cook it as long, but I don't know how long I cooked it. Honestly, I forgot I was cooking. I got a poppy. I'm gonna try it. I've never had one before. It was like a Sprite. I don't hate this. I actually don't. Okay, y'all. So dinner is great. I would give it like a 8 out of 10. It would have been a 9 out of 10 if the broccoli wasn't too soft, but the steak is really good. I need to work on my presentation because my food be good as hell, but I don't always be looking like them people plates. But if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Tell your friends to subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. We're on the road to 200. Thank y'all so much for watching. Y'all have a good night.